Hello, today we will go into the top 10 tips I wish I had when leveling my first time on my adventure through WoW Classic Fresh. Let's dive in. First tip for WoW Classic Fresh. Buy a lot of elemental earth, between 10 to 30 silver or lower. They spike to 1 gold fast and eventually we're going up 1 gold every few months till capping at around 5 gold. I wish I had bought way more than I did before. I would have had way more gold. These are used for a bunch of stuff, but the main thing being greater nature pots for AK-40 and elemental sharpening stones. Sharpening stones are used by every warrior in Classic WoW as they get 4% crit from it in total. They need 2 every 30 minutes. Also, with warrior being the best and most popular class, this demand will be very high. Second tip for Classic WoW. Buy Edge Masters early or hold on to it. I remember buying one at 200 gold and selling it for 275 gold, thinking I made a decent profit. A week later, all of those Edge Masters were gone, and from that point on, they either sold through trade chat for big amounts or on auction house, and they got above 1k mark fast. In the future, all warriors that are not human will need to buy this to compete on the DPS in PvE. Let's go into the third tip for Classic Fresh. Dungeon reset trick. Log a alt and have someone invite them, then have your party log out and you reset on the other character. This way you spawn at the start after logging back in and will save you a ton of time. You may need to make it a raid group though, or explain it to your group to log out for like 1 minute. Fourth tip for Classic Fresh. Level 20 warlocks, as these can summon. Summons were very important in Classic World of Warcraft, and I leveled 4 warlocks to 20 later on for AK-40 and mag summons. Later on to Dire Maul for 3-peat buffs. If you plan to boost people as a mage, it is needed. Imagine your buyer walking from Stormwind to Scarlet Monastery. You can then summon the buyer instantly to your run. This will make you gold faster also. They are also used for World Boss activity, for Azure Ghosts and Kazakh and the Green Dragons. They all spawn at the same time, the dragons, so be ready for some competition. It can also help with setting up quintessence or Dow summons for your whole raid, so they can easily get to Ashara to the water elemental to complete their quest. Fifth tip for your adventure in Fresh Classic. Stuck somewhere in Classic WoW while PvPing? Try this. You can go to the Blizzard website and claim an Unstuck to get away from the gankers if you're offline. If you queue up for a battleground on an alt account, you'll be able to escape PvP as well on your main account. I once got kidnapped by a PvP squad on Razorgore back in Classic WoW, and they had kidnapped me from my own raid, spamming mind control on me. Eventually 39 people were waiting for me at Kel'Thuzad in Nax. I used the Unstuck website from Blizzard to get Heartstone while mind controlled locked and then got summoned back and tried to get into Nax again. They ended up catching me and I just said, hey, just summon my rogue, and I went stealthed, sprinted inside and killed KT and my rogue. If you're liking these tips, we have a free guide in the description to help you find the best community for Fresh Classic WoW. This will help you make your decision and not end up wasting any time on guilds that are not a right fit for you. It's totally free, just follow the link down below. Sixth tip for WoW Classic Fresh. Water and portals are very valuable. You can sell these as a mage in capital cities. Have extra water and food on you at all times, as players will just randomly trade you. You can ask for a tip or give them a strict price. Seventh tip. Have 2 accounts so you can boost your own alts or help click with someone. You can sell and advertise your profession on one account and keep leveling on the other. I myself had raid-led raids before while my alt was in stockades getting boosted. They would PM me on my main and I would just tap back and forth, go outside and back in again. Now the 8th tip for WoW Classic Fresh. You can get weapon skill in Blasted Lands at the servant mobs, as they will never die and you can just bandage and heal up after running away. These are around the dark portal. Once you get to a decent level in Classic Fresh, you will need weapon skill. So you can just get that right there in Blasted Lands. Tip number 9 for Classic Fresh is budget Heartstone. If your Heartstone is on cooldown, you can get invited to a group, enter a dungeon like stockades, and then leave the group. 60 seconds later, you will be Heartstone to your Heartstone location. This also works for raids. Before we go into the final tip, as a veteran Classic era players, we as a community have made guides for every single class. This has tips from leveling, gearing, how to use your cooldowns in raids, and even making gold. All in a complete guide tailored for your class. The link is in the description below. The 10th tip, a good Heartstone spot in Classic Fresh is very important. Where you set your Heartstone is where you will be once you use your Heartstone. So try to have your back against the innkeeper. This way you are faster going outside when using your Heartstone. Also be smart where to put it while leveling. It can save you a ton of time. I'll give you an extra bonus tip, but before we go into that, do you have any things to watch out for? Drop it in the comments. The bonus tip is as follows. You can send mails to alts. They get automatically sent back after 30 days. Then you have another 30 days to collect them. This opens up a ton of storage with not having to buy Mooncloth or Runecloth bags for your bank alts in Classic WoW Fresh. Wish I knew all of these at the start, as it would have saved me a ton of time and gold for investments like elemental earth. If you are watching this and you're feeling a little bit lost, I hope this video pointed you in the right direction. Links are down below and I'll see you in the next one. Now check out this video.